We try to grow your own whenever possible because we have invested so much time and resources in them. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't consider applications from outside, but whenever possible, if someone has been performing up to our high standards, we try to hire internally whenever we can.
And segueing from West High's opening, we can talk a little bit about what brought that opening about with a move for Dr. Gail Callahan. Dr.
Callahan, formerly Dr. Gail Moon, had been also 11 years or so at West High as principal, and she is accepted a position that I asked her to accept. It's a newly created Office of Advanced Learning in the Waterloo schools. There's no secret that Waterloo Schools has been paying a lot of attention to kids that we call at-risk kids, kids that need extra help, kids that need extra remediation, kids that need pushed, and we don't apologize for that at all. But also we have kids at the other end of the spectrum that also need pushed, and we felt like we wanted to send a clear signal that it was time to emphasize that we were pushing those students to greater excellence as well. And so we created this Office of Advanced Learning to help partially fulfill some of the local needs. There isn't almost a day goes by that I don't understand that companies like John Deere need engineers, and technology companies in the Cedar Valley need programmers, and the technology has changed our country so much that we have to also produce people that can hold those positions. When you hear President Obama and even Governor Romney, both running for president, talk about the skills gap in the United States, they're talking about jobs that are currently available but left unfilled. And one of the reasons we created the Office of Advanced Learning is so that we can better prepare students to hold those very highly technical jobs.
Now, for those in our listening audience who may not be aware of what advanced learning might include, we've for years heard of talented and gifted students, and we know about accelerated classes and
advanced placement courses.
Advanced placement. But not all students who really could be achieving at those high levels are necessarily in advanced learning opportunities now.
They're not. Some kids need pushed in a different way. They need us to use differing identification measures. Some students, in addition to that, are talented in areas like the arts or all kinds of other areas that make them eligible, in our opinion, to be in some type of accelerated course or some type of advanced learning. And so we are giving Dr. Callahan the task of finding those students, making sure they're in the highest level learning possible, making sure they're thriving, and this would include a shortfall we currently have in minority students that are in talented and gifted classes. This would include making sure that minority students are pushed into those courses because we know they're capable.
And so this is a new emphasis. There will be an office that deals with this, focuses on this, but it's not going to be limited to one school.
It isn't. That was that question, because Gail was from West, then the question was, well, is the office going to be at West, and is that where we're going to do all of this learning? No, and the answer is no. It will take place in every school, and there'll be programs located all over the district and all areas of the district. And so it's just that office will provide the focus. She'll be working with all of our present talented and gifted teachers. She'll be working with regular ed teachers on how search and identify for these students that we're talking about. And she's also going to be heading up a new program that our board will be considering in the next few weeks called International Baccalaureate. And that's a high school for right now. IB can be IB, or International Baccalaureate can be at all levels, but we're going to likely start in Waterloo at the high school level. And Gail will be helping us get that program up and running. Now IB, it's easiest described as advanced placement courses on steroids. Students not only pick advanced placement courses in areas they're familiar with and areas they feel more comfortable in, but when you're in International Baccalaureate, you have to take IB courses in all subject areas. And so you become a very well-rounded student, very attractive to colleges and universities. And so this will only be for a group of maybe 100 to 200 students, but it will still add that extra depth to our school district. And I think IB, once the program is known, will be very attractive to all residents in the Cedar Valley, especially those that want their children to excel in high school and in college.
And you know, the IB and advanced learning is one of the things that came out of a task force that met last year for advanced
learning.
Advanced learning, that's right. It was called an advanced learning task force. And that has now transitioned in large part to a task force that's studying different models for high schools that are already existing around the country and could have some relevance here in Waterloo, in the Cedar Valley.
It absolutely could. The 21st Century High School Task Force is now looking at models of high student engagement and models that are linking well with the jobs in their area of the country and providing students access to these highly technical careers. And so we've been studying high schools, particularly technical high schools all over the country. And we're going to, starting next fall, we'll be taking some of the committee members to actually on-site to visit those high schools. And what we're doing now is we're trying to see which models out there will work best in Waterloo.
And you know that I think an important concept here is that one size does not fit all. We're not expecting that there's going to be just one kind of high school that will meet all students' needs. Very
well said. Sometime in the future, there likely could be, we have an alternative high school now. We'll likely keep that. We might want to have, if this committee thinks it's a good idea, we might want to have a technical high school where someone, say, could learn about computer networks, or someone could learn about graphic arts, or someone could learn about the electrical trades, or someone could learn about chemistry or chem lab technology, just all kinds of careers. And there are high schools all over the country now that their students graduate and they're immediately either accepted into career areas or they're accepted into community colleges or regular colleges. And so the students of the Cedar Valley deserve that kind of quality education as well.
And having Hawkeye Community College and University of Northern Iowa right here in our neighborhood means that there are some exciting collaborations already underway, but with opportunities to grow.
And the key word is collaboration, and it's also alignment. If we position students' high school work so that it just makes it seamless, that they can go right into either community college or college, or at the university, as you said, you and I, they'll be less likely that people will flounder right after high school saying, well, what's my next steps? It will already be known. It'll already be part of their plan.
And working together has been a common theme of several of our topics today, and that's certainly part of our future here in the Waterloo schools. And we are coming to the end of another show today, Gary. We never run out of things to talk about.
We don't. We're both pretty windy.
Well, I think we're going to have you back. We will be back on the second Thursday in May when we're going to be talking about technology with Matt O'Brien. I think he might have something to say about how the new sharing agreement is going.
Good. He's a great guy.
He is, with the city. We have a big event tomorrow with our foundation, which we'll have to talk about after it occurs next month. And we want to thank our audience for joining us today on another episode of Waterloo Schools Live.
Thank you.